Okay, welcome to today's 5-minute millionaire mentor money tip. I want to talk about a Wolf of Wall Street. Wolf of Wall Street ninja trick. Today, if you were watching my sales tip. So I borrowed this one from Jordan Belfort, the real Wolf of Wall Street. The movie's based on him with Leonardo DiCaprio. You may have seen it. It's based on the real life of Jordan Belfort. I've gotten to know him over the last few years. We had lunch today in Beverly Hills, and it was interesting. When I was walking out, I just said, Jordan, and let me put this in perspective. This guy, at one point, his Stratton firm, now, he was too aggressive and did too much drugs and ended up, getting in trouble with the government and getting, taken to court and all this stuff. So he doesn't recommend listening to everything, but he was a master at sales, and he had 3,000 salespeople, and they were doing, he's paying himself $50 million a year in the 80s and doing $1 billion or something in sales. So this is a good guy to ask, what's the secret? Because everything you want to do to make more money is a sale. I don't mean a pushy negative sale. I'm saying if you want a raise, you have to convince and sell your boss to give you a raise. I don't want to give you a raise. If you want to hire somebody, you're convincing them to come work for you. If you're selling a product, you're convincing why your product's better than another one they're already buying. So sales. And I said to him, if you could leave one thing that people must master to be better, to make more money, and he said certainty. So I want to talk about this word for a second. And I've seen this over and over in my own life. And when I got started making money, I first started making 6 figures. I was doing door-to-door sales of health insurance in North Carolina. And there was a company called American Republic. It got merged. It doesn't even exist anymore. And I became their top salesman in like a week or two because they convinced me that it was the best health insurance out there. Because I was a newbie. I was like 4 years old, and they go, Ty, you should go sell my sales manager just convinced me that this is the best insurance. So I went door to door, and I was just closing people left and right, and my commissions was like $500. And I remember being like, oh my gosh, you can make so much money in sales. And then I met somebody, every once in a while I meet somebody that's like, nah, I examined your healthcare benefits at American Republic. Blue Cross is just better. And I would try to argue with them, no, my sales manager taught me why we're the best. And eventually I decided to look at it myself, and I realized Blue Cross was better. And I lost all certainty. And I became a horrible salesperson. And the only thing that got me out of it and made me make money again was I went to a Blue Cross guy, Mike Steinbach. I said, can I sell this? You have a better product. He said, sure. And then I became, in the first week, I almost closed. I'm not sure if I closed it, but $150,000 commission deal. Why? Because I had tremendous certainty now that I had seen different products that I was now selling the best. So if you want to sell something, if you want to raise capital, if you want to improve your marketing, if you want to get a raise, you got to wait until you're in a place that deep down in your core, if you're a realtor, if you're doing multi-level marketing, deep down in your core, you know this is the best. And don't try to trick yourself. Don't try to trick yourself. So if it's not good, don't convince yourself and be deluded. Number 2, move on to another product. So if you work for a company and they've got 10 products and they're trying to get you to sell them and you don't believe all of them, just sell the ones you believe in. Just sell, because you're doing an emotional, what Jordan Belfort was saying today, and what I've learned is that you convincing people in sales is a conveyance of energy. It's not just about the product. People don't always examine, okay, you think people always do the math on why they get an iPhone? No, they get an iPhone because emotionally it makes them feel good. It looks good, it feels good, other people have it, it's just, yeah, yes. They don't always go, well, an Android versus, they don't always do an Excel spreadsheet. So you're transferring energy and emotion. So the transference of energy. And you need, that comes from certainty. Once you're certain, you transfer energy. Once you transfer energy, people oftentimes, more likely than not, absorb it, say yes. And everything I've done that's done well has been things I believe in. So don't forget, don't trick yourself. If it's not good and you don't believe in it, move on, sell something else. Okay? Like if I was a lawyer, which I'm not, If there was a case, and I know lawyers like this, they see a case and they're like, I think you're guilty. I don't want to defend you because I won't be able to stand in court and transfer the certainty that I believe in your case. A good lawyer moves on and takes cases they believe in. And when they believe in it, you emotionally transfer energy and other people believe in it, okay? So, to close out today's 5-minute lesson, leave a comment below. What do you believe in that you should be selling? What do you believe in that should become part of what you do each day to make money? What career do you believe in deep down in your core? What product? Leave that below. And which one should you move on from? Which one should you move on from? All right, I'll talk to you soon.